Hello, hello. Happy Friday. It's Face to Face Friday, and I wanted to share with you a topic that is near and dear to my heart for my own personal experiences as well as for some of the clients that I've coached. And that is, I wanted to share with you 7 ways to help you overcome a negative body image. And it's a battle for sure, especially with all the social media out there and all the filters out there that make these bodies that we know are not perfect look airless, airful perfect and airbrushed perfect. That's what I was trying to go for. And it's a really tough culture out there, especially for someone who is on a health journey and sees these things without even trying to. It's everywhere in the media. So I wanted to share these ways in the hopes that maybe one or two of these can help you overcome maybe a negative body image that you may have. And it's something that I come across quite frequently in my coaching. And so if this is something that you struggle with, you are not alone. It happens to all of us at one point, I feel like. And hopefully, these 7 ways will help you overcome this. Number one, your body is simply a vessel. It's the shell of who you are. It is not exactly who you are on the inside. It is not your feelings, your emotions. It is not your worldly gifts. It is not the end all be all. It is simply a vessel. And once we accept that and understand that we are so much more than our body or physical presence, then so much more becomes available. So that's number one. Number two, bodies are not meant to be perfect. There's not one perfect body out there. And if there is probably some kind of tweaking or something not natural going on. And we have to remember that. But nobody is perfect. Okay. And we always want what's next door. We always want the grass, the grass is always greener on the other side. And simply put, bodies are not meant to be perfect. And the sooner you can understand that, then maybe the more accepting you can be of where you think your flaws or imperfections may lie. Okay, that was number two. Number three, focus on instead of what your body can do for you. I know I'm so incredibly grateful for the time that I was a competitive swimmer because it helped me understand the beautiful machine that my body was. And I still, even though I haven't really been swimming, I still think back to all the things that it allowed me to do back when I was a teenager. And then some. I mean, even as recently as having shoulder surgery when I slipped on some ice as a fool. My doctor said, your muscles on the inside are so strong. So think of the things that your body is able to do. Are you a mom? Are you someone who has had a child? That in and of itself is an incredible, incredible feat. So, what has your body been able to do? Maybe it was from your former athletic days. Maybe it's something that you're able to do now. Maybe you are a runner or you are able to do something now that you weren't able to do a year ago or a week ago. Celebrate all of those. It's what your body is able to do. Okay, that was number three. Number four, invest in clothes that make you feel good. This one is super, super important because even if, let's say, that you are on a journey to a healthier weight, let's say, and you still have 20 pounds to lose, do you play the game like I have in the past where I've said, I don't want to buy any new clothes yet because I'm not where I really want to be? And I think that can sometimes kind of keep us stuck because if you are wearing clothes that maybe are too baggy or they're too tight, or maybe you walk into your closet every morning and you just can't see anything that makes you feel good, I'm here to give you permission if you need permission to go and find those outfits and that clothing that makes you feel like $1,000,000 where you are right now today. There are so many great options out there that are on the cheaper side. You can do consignment if there's something that you don't want to spend a lot of money on because you're still not to your goal yet. I'm here to encourage you to buy a couple of shirts or tops or an outfit that just makes you feel amazing. That is going to change the way that you think about yourself, you talk to yourself, and will help you continue on toward your goals. That was number 4. Number 5, surround yourself with positive people. I cannot emphasize this enough. The best thing is to find a group of people who are similarly minded, that maybe have the same types of goals that you have, that you can commiserate with, that you can share with, that are going to be positive. And I'm also saying this, that if you have someone in your life who is not positive and is not a good encourager, or someone who helps you on your journey, or you notice that when you're around that person, your acceptance of your body or your body image maybe is more negative around that person. You are the driver of your time. You can say who you choose to spend your time on and who you don't. And sometimes we have to kind of strip some of those people away. Not forever. I'm not saying to cut them off at the knees, but just choose your time wisely with people that you spend the time with. Just make sure that you make those choices consciously. Number 6, don't compare. Don't compare your body to your next door neighbors or to the woman down the street or X, Y, or Z. Just don't do that. There's no room for comparison. The only person you have to compare yourself to is who you were yesterday, or who sometimes you were 10 minutes ago. Are you better? Are you in a better place? That's what matters. So much easier said than done, but when we start to compare ourselves with other people, we allow guilt to come in. We allow to have feelings of defeat and remorse and sadness and guilt, and there is no room for any of that. So just compare yourself to yourself. Okay? Hey, Francis. That was number 6. And then finally, number 7. This one has been very, very hard for me. Accept compliments as they come to you. I oftentimes, if someone says, "Oh, Jenny, I love your hair," or whatever, or, make a compliment toward me. Thanks, Francis. When people say that, sometimes I'm so quick to dismiss it or say, "Oh," like today, for example, I went and had my eyes dilated to get checked. They're still dilated, which is why I'm coming to you late, because the effect was a little bit longer than it was supposed to, and I just could not be in front of light. Anyhow, the doctor was like, "Oh, I love your hair." And I was like, "Oh, thanks. It's my dirty hair day." Why did I have to say that? Why could I not just say a simple thank you? It is so hard for us, I think, to accept compliments that are given, especially if they have to do with something that we are consciously working on. I think it's even more difficult to accept the compliment and just say thank you, period. Not thank you, but, or not thank you, and then add on some kind of dismissive whatever to the compliment. Accept it. Put it in your bank. Store it away, and use that to propel you toward where you want to go. So, 7 ways to overcome a negative body image. These are not the end all be all. I'm sure there are others that I missed. I would love to know your thoughts on this. Which one do you think that you need a little bit more work on, or more than one? I would love to know. Put it down in the comments below or message me privately. I would love to know your thoughts on this. And if I haven't already told you, you're amazing. And if you haven't already joined me in my private Facebook group, I would love to have you there. I have lots of recipes there, lots of freebies that come up at least once a week, once a month. I would love to have you there. If you'd like to join, just private message me and I will send you the link to that. Otherwise, have a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend. Take care, my friends.